I think what I want to do is start with your origin story, because you're your path is very unlikely. Your path to becoming a scientist.
I guess the two things that are relevant there are, I always loved animals, and I've always been obsessed with animal behavior. Like, just could watch Cousteau shows growing up, you know, underwater life or animals hunting, animals doing anything is just so fascinating to me, because I think even at a really young age, I've always just been intrigued in sort of what drives different animals to behave in the way they do, and how body form matches to, I didn't know what it was, but brains and how that all works. And then my dad's a scientist. So he's a physicist. He was really early in chaos theory. And so growing up in our home, you know, we had scientists over for dinner, and graduate students would come over for barbecues and things like that. He had a lab there, and he had a lab in applied physics at Stanford, and something called symbolic systems, which is a Stanford degree in kind of ecology and computation, that kind of thing. So I grew up in this family where science was very prominent, and we had lots of discussions in our home that I would overhear and I didn't understand about physics. So I was kind of immersed in science from a young age. But right about age 13, my parents split up, and he moved overseas. For the skateboarders out there, the listeners, this is the now famous EMB crowd. But at that time, it was really underground. And then in that community, what was interesting is I started seeing that, you know, some guys were clearly fated to becoming professional skateboarders. Like, I started to realize, because they realized my mom wasn't really able to control me.
But in fact, it's people more like yourself who've dabbled in all different kinds of things, who end up being ultimately, you know, the most proficient at their selected skill set.
I'm going to just decide. I just decided to do school.
I mean, people go into the military because on some level, I mean, some people do, because there's some yearning for having that structure imposed upon their lives.
And so that's pretty much how I spent the last 25 years of my life, is doing experiments. I started doing that. Like,